I did 100 straight deliveries on DoorDash. So let's talk about it. In this video, we're going to go over why exactly did I even want to do anything crazy enough to do 100 straight deliveries? And why did it take more than 100? We're also going to cover my actual plan for achieving this goal, the pros and cons that I learned, and I will answer the question, do I actually recommend anyone else to do this? So why did I decide to do 100 straight deliveries? It wasn't just to reach to the promised land and to get all the perks that DoorDash has as a platinum dasher. But of course that wouldn't hurt. But I just did this for a video challenge and personal achievement. And after completing this journey, I have got some insights of the ups and the downs and the twists and the turns and the do's and the don'ts. And I'm going to spill everything that I can remember, at least. Because seems like there's always something. Right when I get finished with the video, I always remember something. But you know what? Time management is key. You've got to juggle orders, got to navigate through traffic, optimizing routes, and actually finally getting to the customer. And hopefully it's a good experience. Because you know, sometimes these type of interactions is just like a mixed bag of tricks. Just like how Forrest Gump is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. You're like a chocolate. It's pretty much like that, because you know what's going to be coming up if you get to actually speak to some of these customers. Because some of them crazy. And yet there's going to be some that are going to be friendly and appreciative, and that will make things a lot easier. But if you get the downright rude ones, hello somebody. You're going to have a thick skin sometimes and be able to have to swallow your pride sometimes. But you know what? Sometimes just a simple smile and a God bless you can take you a long way. And will even de-escalate some tensions. Because you know you be getting so, why am I too late? And it even wasn't your fault. But you keep on moving on. Just go to that next order and make that money. So, what was my plan to achieve this goal? For starters, I knew that my last order was a decline. And even from then on, I knew I was going to have to do 100 straight orders so I can just achieve that 100% rating on DoorDash. Because we're working off the metric of the rolling 100. Because supposedly the acceptance rating is supposed to be based off the last 100 deliveries. So I put this thing to the test. Then for a moment, I thought about doing earn per offer, but I thought that would just be just a little bit too difficult because in my area, I usually don't get that many consistent offers. But with earn by time, I've known from past experience that I'll get an order after the other. So for me, it's almost like a no-brainer. This is the plan. This is how I've got to go. And on the flip side, I knew this was a double-edged sword. And you will see that a little bit more later in the video. And starting out day one, earn by time on DoorDash, I was making a big whopping $12.75 plus tips per hour. A day. Not good at all. And the actual rules to earn by time is you only can decline one order per hour. But with this challenge, I had to accept everything. I plan to complete this in 4 days with 25 orders per day. Well, that didn't seem to work out. But day number 1, I got 20 deliveries. Day number 2 was 17 deliveries. And that was even cut short because I had a screw in the tire. So it was like, I was such on a roll. I was picturing me rolling. It was only 5 o'clock and I had that night to go. But oh well, keep on rolling, keep on marching on. Day number 3 was actually one of my biggest days with 26 deliveries. On day number 4, I had 19 deliveries. Day number 5, I had 17 deliveries and ended up that night with a 94% acceptance rating, and I was 99 of 100. So yeah, I had some thoughts and some issues and concerns at that point. And I just had no clue, when am I going to actually complete this thing? But I was looking forward to just going ahead, marching forward to day number 6 with a fresh start. On day number 6, I completed it all with 7 deliveries. which made me 106 straight orders on DoorDash, giving me a 100% acceptance rating. Finally completed it all. I felt like a champion. I felt like I was win all the way. Touchdown, fourth quarter, touchdown. Let's do it. But here's the question. Why did it take so many extra deliveries? Why the extra deliveries? Well, I actually have a few theories. First is like, well, or maybe in the beginning, maybe I just missed an order and I just kind of never saw it. But you know what? No, that wasn't either, because I was glued to that thing. I saw everything. Then it's even brought up on my live video, possibly the stacked orders just counted for one. And that seemed like the best one so far to make sense. So if you have any thoughts or theories, feel free to add your comment down in the comment box and let me know what you think could have happened. What's your theory? So what are the pros and cons that I learned from this experience? So let's look at the pros. Overall, DoorDash kept me busy with orders. And a lot of times, as soon as I dropped it off, I was shortly got an order right after that. So that was a huge little perk right there. Another cool thing is to know going earn by time is actually a good way to get your acceptance rating up if you're trying to do that. If you're trying to get to silver, gold, or platinum, this might be a way and a strategy that might be good and fit for you in your area. Another cool time when there's peak pay and you look at earn per offer on earn by time, it's been doubled, because it's going to be like, say, $2, that's $4. Instead of making $12.75, I was making $16.75. Much better. Still not really at the goal that I actually just wanted to be around that $20 an hour, but hey, that's much better what I was getting. How you doing? Then I actually had that one day where I was making $19.75 per hour plus tips. Yeah. Now let's go ahead and go over some cons. And if you have done this before, you know good and well that tips on DoorDash are just flat out terrible on earn by time. Now I've heard that some of you out there that had some pretty good decent days, and even I had one out of those 6, but those low tips and no tips were so consistent, and it was always staring me right there in the face. And it's had me going from somewhere around this area and all the way to Dallas. I can remember right now it's like $4.50 for a crap load of miles. I was like, dang, I'm never gonna do this again. But I know I had to keep on going for the challenge. Just pretty much buyer beware and pick your poison. And that leads into the next thing. It's just a lot of miles, period, on these earn by time offers where I'm going consistently all the time. 10 miles, 12 miles, 15 miles, 18 miles. I didn't really go past 18. Oh yeah, 18, I think it's 18.7. Dang, that was crap. That made me feel pretty bad. I think that was either day 5. I was on my live video. I remember it. I was crushed. I was devastated. And I was like, how can I go on? I got everybody on my live. There's like, they were studying too, but he's like, you can do it. Just keep on going. And I was just like, okay. Driving and crying. Not really crying, but I was pretty crappy. Anyways, let's go. Let's do this thing. Would I even recommend this to anybody? No. I wouldn't recommend anyone to actually do 100 straight deliveries or just do every order out there. I would not recommend that part at all. If you're going to try to get 100% acceptance rating, you can go for it. But remember, the only reason why I did it, it was just for the challenge video. It was just for a personal achievement, but that was it. But if you do decide to do 100% acceptance rating for whatever reason, just don't let it be a normal thing you do on a daily basis, because that is not a good long-term plan at all. But if you're going to do this, make sure you can keep track of your orders so you'll know where you're at. And when I say keep track of orders, I mean actually number them. Okay, I did 17 this day. I did 20 this day. And you can see that at the end of your shift when you end your dash. Because when you get up to that 94, 95, and 99%, sometimes you might feel like you're just in like a never land, because you're like, man, I know I'm there now. It's like, hey, are we there yet? You're going to feel like that. Because when I got up to 99%, I was just like, I'm doing overtime orders now, and I don't have no idea how far I am now. And there's times where I felt like I'm just going to give up. But I felt like that from the very beginning. But my secret weapon was just pretty much you all. From my videos and everybody cheering me on, and from my live videos, people just cheering me on, saying, you go, you get this thing, and just different type of encouraging words. And so I just want to say thank you. Which also can be rewatched with my lives and also rewatched with my regular videos. Just check out on the channel under the playlist where it says DoorDash Challenge Ride Alongs. And you can relive it all with me. And if you received any value to this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't yet, channel membership, and see me in the next video.